Hey, Tyson's Honor here. Would you like to know what to say to your prospects to close the sale? Well, stick around because in this video I'm going to tell you exactly how to transition from the conversation into the close without making it weird. So in yesterday's video, I gave you 3 questions to ask your prospects to, first of all, gather some intelligence to help you close the sale, and number 2, to guide them to a buying decision. If you didn't watch that video, make sure you go back and watch yesterday's video because I think it's really going to help you out and it's going to give you a precursor to today's video. So after you ask those 3 questions, you want to make sure that you transition seamlessly. You don't want it to be strange or weird. And the best way I've found to do this is to say, so it sounds like you're ready to get started. Are you sitting in front of a computer, right? So this is if you're on the phone with them, right? If you're sitting face to face with them, you'd say, so it sounds like you're ready to get started. Do you have a pen with you, right? And you could say, let's pull out a pen and start filling out the application or whatever. But so this is why asking the questions that I showed you in yesterday's video is so important, because when you ask those questions, then you can know whether or not either way, guys, you're going to say, so it sounds like you're ready to get started. Now, that can mean a lot of different things. It doesn't necessarily mean you're ready to give me money. It doesn't necessarily mean you're ready to buy some stuff. It doesn't necessarily mean you're ready to join the business. It could mean that if the conversation has led you in that direction. But maybe the next step for them, the get started step for them, is that they need to go and watch an automated presentation that you've put online. Maybe they need to go watch some free training that you've put online because they're not quite ready and they need a little bit more, warming up. That might be the next step. Either way, what you're going to say is, well, listen, John, this has been a great conversation. It sounds to me like you're ready to get started. Are you sitting in front of a computer? They may say, yeah, I am. If so, you can move on. If they say no, well, you can say, okay, can you get in front of a computer? If they say, no, I'm in the car, I'm driving, say, I'll tell you what, can you give me a time when I can call you a little bit later and I can walk you through the next steps when you are going to be in front of a computer? And then just follow up later and then walk them through these steps. But then once you know that they're in front of a computer, then you can say, okay, head over to suchandsuch.com. So if you feel like from the conversation they are ready to sign up, you just say, all right, so are you sitting in front of a computer? They say, yes. You say, okay, head over to suchandsuch.com. They go, okay, I'm here. You say, all right, start putting in your name and email address and you're filling out this form, and you can just walk them through the sign-up process. If they're not ready to sign up, they will tell you, and then you can transition to, all right, well, you could push it a little harder, and you could say, well, listen, based on what you told me from question 2 that I told you in yesterday's video, the reason why you were looking for yada, yada, yada is this. So I just kind of thought maybe you're getting ready to get started. Is that not the case? And then you can let them tell, so you're reminding them of their why. If you really feel like they're not ready to get started, then don't push it. Then say, hey, that's no problem, John. Maybe the next step for you is that you just need a little bit more information. Head over to this website instead. And then you could say, go over to yada-yada-yada.com, put in your name and email address, and you can get a free training from this website that I think is really going to help you and show you what the next steps are going to be and how you can succeed at such and such, whatever your thing is. Does that make sense, guys? So, and then that way you can get them on your email list, and you could even at that point set up a time to call them back, right? You could say, I'll tell you what, why don't you put in your name and email address there now, guide them through that process. It's totally free. They shouldn't give you any resistance. And then you say, okay, why don't you take the time to watch that video, and can I call you back later today at such and such time, or tomorrow, and set an appointment for a follow-up. And then that'll give you an idea whether they're really serious or not. If they resist and they say no, cut the ties, man. It's okay. You don't want to work with everybody anyway, so cut it and go, you know what? On to the next one. That's a really great tip, guys, to help you recruit more people. Say less to more people. Don't try and convince them. Don't be okay with just like, hey, man, listen, they might come around. At least now they're on your email list and you can follow up and provide value similar to what I do in these little videos, and you can drip on them over time and eventually get them to come to a buying decision, all right? So hopefully you found this to be helpful. If you'd like to know how to attract people to you using a very simple 3-step process that I've used in my business to recruit over 1,000 people in a 12-month period and become the #1 income earner in another company, head over to successwithtyson.com, put in your name and email address, and register for a totally free training where I will show you my very simple 3-step process to attracting an endless stream of qualified leads. This will absolutely make selling and recruiting resistance-free and objection-free. Head over there and grab that free training right now. We'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.